Hello friends, and today I'm going to discuss some of the untold features of PowerPoint 2013. I'm pretty sure that many of you would be aware about what is PowerPoint, and at this point of time, I'm pretty sure that many of you would have made quite a few presentations in PowerPoint. But this tutorial, which I'm going to give you today, it's not about creating presentations in PowerPoint. It's about creating great presentations in PowerPoint. So I'm just going to discuss a few things in PowerPoint, specifically 2013 version, which I'm pretty sure that most of you are not aware of. So starting with a few things, let's suppose right now I have only one slide in PowerPoint, displaying the title of my presentation. And now I'm adding another slide to it. But the contents of my slide are in a text file, which is over here. So what if I want to insert something that's in my text file in my PowerPoint slide? It's simple. I'll just have to go to home, and in this I have to go to new slide and select this option over here, which is slides from outline. This is my folder in which I have agenda.txt. I click on insert, and as you can see that I have a new slide with my agenda over here. So these are the key points I'm going to talk about today. So first of all, the interface of PowerPoint. I'm going to talk about the interface of PowerPoint, but before that, I have a few slides that I need to add for the interface. Again, I'm going to go to new slide, and this time I have screenshots that are there in another slide. So this is a neat feature of PowerPoint that if you have two PowerPoint presentations and you want to carry forward some slides from a PowerPoint presentation already made by you to your existing PowerPoint presentation, then you can do that with the help of the use slides. Over here, when I click on browse and I go to my folder, I can see that there are two presentations. Currently, I am working on PowerPoint 2013, and I have to borrow my slides from screenshots. So I just double click on this presentation, and I can click on this particular slide which I want to borrow, which is slide 2. As soon as I click on this slide, it will be inserted in my current presentation. Also, I want to tell you a few shortcuts. So I'm going ahead and inserting this slide also. So these are a few shortcuts that we'll be using in PowerPoint. F5, which is for slideshow. Shift plus F5, which is bringing up the slideshow from current slide. And Alt F5, which I'm going to talk later in my presentation. So coming to this slide, this is my interface. In slideshow mode, I have a few features at the bottom. One of them is a highlighter. So I'm just going to use this feature, which is a laser pointer. At the top left corner of my window, these icons which you can see, this bar is called the quick access toolbar. So you can keep or delete features from it which you feel are quite frequently used by you. Now this bar which is running straight till the very end which comprises of home, insert, design, transitions, animations, slideshow, review, view. This is called a ribbon bar. Now this is the name of my PowerPoint presentation. To the left, this is called the navigation pane, where I have all my the contents of my current slide. At the bottom, I have a status bar, which displays the current open and the total number. This. So the reason I told you about these features, in PowerPoint, you need to know the interface that was introduced, and that is called the backstage view. Click on File, you before 2013 into the menu, but from 2013 it's a so this is called a backstage view. You can come out of backstage view by pressing escape key. Now coming back to my agenda, I have told you about themes, and quite a few. So I need to go to design tab. I can themes or I can for themes. So I'm just going ahead and selecting theme. So as you can see, once I selected a theme, all my slides got adjusted to that particular theme. Let's suppose I have this agenda slide and it's looking quite dull and I want to do something interesting with it. What I can do is I'll convert this into a smart art. I'll show you what a smart art is. So I need to select that text which I need to convert to a smart art. Then I'll go to home and I'll select this option, convert to smart art. Over here, as soon as I hover my mouse to any of these, I can see the preview right in front of me. So these are various ways by which I can format this dull looking presentation into a more interesting one. If I want to explore more smart art graphics, then I can go over more smart art graphics and I can go to any category. For instance, this is a list. So I'm just going to go to list and I'm going to select any list. Suppose I selected this vertical curved list. So as you can see, all my points, agenda points, are in this format. So I think now it's looking much better compared to what it was. I can also select a particular style. For instance, if I selected this 3D style or this insert style, or this one or this one. I'm just going ahead and selecting this polished style. I can format it further. So for instance, I want a picture to appear in these circles. So I'll just select any of these circles. I'll go to format. I'll go to shape fill, and then I'll select any picture from this option. And that picture will appear in this box. You can try it if you want. Also, there is one another feature, a neat feature in PowerPoint. Suppose I want to fill this particular holder with a color that is similar to this color, the current theme color which I am having, but I don't know what color it is. So I'm just going ahead and selecting this feature in shape fill, that is an eyedropper. So now wherever I go, it will select that color. So suppose I want this color, which is my theme's color, and I select it. So this will pick up that color, that particular color, and insert it in my circle. I can do similarly with other cells as well, with other placeholders as well. I have to press Control key to select them simultaneously, and then I can go to shape fill, eyedropper, and that particular color. Now it's looking much better. So now I've covered interface, a bit about themes. Coming forward in my presentation, I want to show you something called views in PowerPoint. The current view which you are seeing in your PowerPoint is called the normal view, in which you will be having a navigating pane to the left and the content of your slides to the right. But there are other views as well. So if you go to this view tab, you will see various presentation views. So this one right next to normal is called the outline view. What outline view does is it displays all the text in your slides without any graphics. So now you have your slides text without any graphics. So suppose I'm in a hurry and I want to skip all the videos, pictures and graphics in my slides, just coming to see my text one last time before my presentation, and I want to quickly edit it. Then I can just go to outline view and edit whatever I want. So this is outline view. Other view is called slide sorter view. This is used when I want to shuffle my slides or rearrange them in a particular order. So for instance, slide sorter, I want shortcuts to come before my agenda slide. So I'll just take it over here and I can shuffle it as I like. So this is called the slide sorter view. At any point in time, if you want to come to the normal view over here, this The next view is, so here you'll see all your slides along with the notes. Right now I don't have any notes added to my slides, so it's appearing blank. But whenever I want, I can add notes to it. Then comes the reading view. Reading view is quite similar to the presentation view, except that it's not in full screen mode. It is to give you a glimpse of what a presentation might look like. So it's kind of a mini slideshow, and you can navigate through it with your arrow keys, left and right arrow keys. A few other things, these dotted lines which you can see in your screen, vertical dotted line and the horizontal dotted line, these are called the guides. So if you are positioning any picture in your presentation, these guides will help you to position your picture. If I check the grid lines option, my so these were presentation views. Now coming to an important part, these master views. I'm pretty sure that many of you might not be aware of what are master views. So coming to the first one, proceeding to master views, I must tell you that so layouts are ways in which your slides can look like. So for instance, currently my layout is title and content. I can go to home and select layout from here. If I change this to comparison, my text will not be removed. It will just be adjusted as per the change in layout. So I can change any layout, but my text won't change. It will remain, it will stay on the screen. So now coming back to the slide master. Slide master is used for making changes throughout your PowerPoint presentation in a particular layout, or if you want to insert a new layout in your slides. So for instance, in this layout, if I want that my title should be at the center, so I'll just go and select my title in this title and content layout over here. Go to home and center it. Now I'll go to slide master and close my master view. So as you can see that this change has been reflected to all the similar layouts, which in this case is the shortcuts slide. So slide master can be used by me to make changes throughout my slides at last minute. So these dotted boxes which you can see are called the placeholders in PowerPoint. So this is the place where our content goes. For example, if this is a company presentation and you want to insert your company's logo to any of these corners, you can just go to the master, slide master, which is all the way to the top in the slide master view, and go to insert, click on picture and select any logo or any picture. So for instance, right now I don't have any pictures in my laptop or logos, but let's suppose I insert this picture. I'm just going to contract it a bit and move it to this corner. Now as you see that while I'm positioning my picture, I'm getting a few dotted lines to wherever I move my picture. These are called smart guides in PowerPoint, and they help me to position my picture relative to various content holders in my slides. So right now it's telling me that I have reached the top of this placeholder over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my picture over here. And you can see that throughout these slides, the changes have reflected. I'm going to close it. And as you can see that I have my image over all the slides. The other view is handout master. Now suppose you are giving a presentation and you want a copy of your handouts beforehand to be given to your audience so that they know what you are trying to present. So you can customize that by going to handout master. You can select slides per page. For instance, I'm going to select 2 slides because more than that I don't think it is advisable to do. I can check any of these or uncheck them: header, date, footer, page number. One more thing which I can do is I can actually change its color to some of these, or I can change the size of my slides. I can make them portrait style or landscape. So these are the things which I can do with my handout master. Now the notes master. As the name suggests, this is just going to give me the slide and the format of notes. So what I can do, I can change this, and let's suppose I want to make all my notes bold. So I'll just select this complete text in this notes placeholder. I'm going to go to home and select bold, and then I'll close notes master. Now whenever I type my notes, they'll automatically display as bold. You can convert your slides into grayscale and then give a print command. So that will save your ink. Over here, you can select the handouts type which you want. For instance, I have selected two handouts and then give print command. So that will save my paper as well as my ink. So this will basically give me a view of how my slides will look when I'm taking a black and white or grayscale printout. So if anything is not visible, I can correct it over here before going to the print command. Many of you might not be aware about what is a section in PowerPoint. It's always better to add sections to your PowerPoint. I'll tell you why. Let's suppose I want to add a section before my first slide. So I'll just go ahead and place my cursor before my first slide and I'll left click it. So that would select that position. I'll go to section, add section. So right now it has inserted an untitled section. I'll right click it, go to rename section and name it as introduction. I'll go between my second and third slide, add another section, rename it as shortcuts. Adding another section, I'll rename it screenshots. One more thing about PowerPoint is, let's suppose you are on this slide and you close it and save it. Now if you open that same PowerPoint presentation once again, it will give you something like this, welcome back, pick up from where you left off. If you click this, it will take you to the slide where you last worked. So you can pick up from the same slide instead of taking the trouble and uh, looking where you left. You'll see the benefit of adding sections later on. Now with my sections added, I'll add one more screenshot next to this, which is in my screenshots presentation. So I'll just go to new slides, reuse slides, go to my Untold features folder, select screenshots. So I'm going to add slide 4 to it. Two more slides I would like to add. And I would like to use this option, content with caption. So in these slides, I'm just going to go ahead and add the names of people who were involved in organizing this event. So first is me. Now, this particular placeholder in which you can see these icons of insert table, insert chart, smart art graphic, video, online pictures and pictures. This particular placeholder is called a content placeholder. Now when I click on this pictures icon over here, I can browse to various pictures. I am again going to go to my original folder and select my picture. So right now I'm having this picture, but it's cropped to fit in that placeholder. If I need to change it or bring some portions that are out of this boundary within this particular boundary, I'll go to format after selecting this picture, and then in crop drop down, I'll click on crop, and outside as you can see that I can bring this picture inside or out from this boundary as I like. So this picture right now is fitting exactly in my boundary. If there's a picture which is going out of the boundary, then I can contract it to bring inside the boundary after clicking on crop. Next slide which I'm going to add is the same slide. Yeah, so this slide. So I probably don't want this area in my picture. So I'll just go ahead and I'll expand it to make sure that this area is out. I'll zoom out a bit. I think now it's fine. So I'll hit crop again and it will come back to its original view. Right now you can see dotted lines around this placeholder and you can see click to add text. But as soon as you enter in your slideshow mode, if you want to enter slideshow mode from this particular slide, as I told you, the shortcut is Shift F5. So as you can see that those placeholders are gone and only the text which I have entered and the image which I have inserted can be seen. Now let me come between my slide second and third and add another section. Rename it as organizers. It's always a good habit to insert a section header before every section. So that will make your PowerPoint presentation look pretty neat. So I'm going to go ahead between my third slide and organizers. I'm going to go ahead and add a new slide which is a section header. I'm going to name it as organizers. Similarly, I'll go here and add another slide and name it as shortcuts. Now I have my presentation almost ready. A few changes. Suppose right now this picture is in square. I want to change the shape of this picture. I'll select this picture and go to format. In crop, I'll select this option crop to shape. Over here I can select any shape. So that picture will take the form of that shape. Or I can choose among any of these picture styles over here. So these are pretty neat frames which I can use to format my slides, pictures. So I'm going ahead and using this particular style. I can also use a few picture effects. So for instance, I'm going to select this. Similarly, I'm going to format this picture also. So now when I have my pictures ready, I'm ready to enter into slideshow mode, which is my last agenda. Now when my slides are ready, I'm just going to go ahead and save them. And I want to rehearse before presenting. So I'm just going to go ahead in slideshow and click on rehearse timings. So as you can see on my screen, a timer has started and it's recording my time spent on each slide. So while I'm rehearsing and it's recording each and every second spent on each and every slide. So as soon as I bring my next slide, it's going to restart again. So whatever I speak on the slide, suppose this is agenda and I'm going to speak about interface, theme, view, layout, section, slideshow. Now coming back to my next slide, which is about organizers, I'm going to pause and say a few words about this slide and so on. When I hit escape, it will ask me that the total time for your slideshow was 52 seconds. Do you want to save the new slide timings? I'll hit escape. I'll hit yes. And now I'll go to my slide sorter view. I can go to the taskbar at the bottom and click on slide sorter. Now it's displaying me my time spent on each slide. You can use this feature to actually record time spent on each slide, and you can know that which slide you spend your time the most or which slide you need to reduce your time or if you want to reduce your slides. Now at slide sorter view, since I have my sections ready, I can actually contract them and look at the number of slides in each section. I can expand them and have a look at the particular sections. So this is about rehearsing. Now, what if you want your slideshow to be presented at a kiosk or in a mall or in a trade show where you want it to appear constantly? So you can do this with the help of slideshow setup. You can go to slideshow and set up slideshow and select this option, browse data kiosk full screen. So as you can see that it has automatically checked loop continuously until escape. And right now all slides are selected. Use timings if present is selected. And when I click on OK and I start my slideshow, it won't move because I haven't selected any time. But if I go to transitions, uncheck this and select a time of around say 3 seconds and click on apply to all. Now if I go to slideshow, after 3 seconds it will keep on advancing my slides, and after the last slide it will come to the first slide and so on until I hit escape. So this is useful if you are presenting your slides in a kiosk and you don't want any user intervention to be there. So this way, without any user intervention, you can present your slides again and again in a loop. Now again coming back to the slideshow, I can also set up a custom slideshow. What if I don't want my entire slides to be present? I want to display only a few slides in my slideshow. So I'll use this option, custom slideshow. Click on custom shows, then click on new, and then I will select any of the slides which I want to be in my custom show. So for instance, I want my first slide agenda, then second slide which is agenda, and then only the screenshot slides. I'll click on add. I can change the order of my slides also. So let's say I want this slide first and this slide next. And when I hit OK, this custom slideshow will come. I'll close it. Over here I can go and click on my custom show. So this will show me only the slides which I have selected and not the entire slides. I'm going to set up slideshow once again and change this to presented by a speaker. Click on OK because I want to show you something different. There is one other feature in 2013 and that is present online. Yes, if you want to present your presentation online, free of cost, then you can use this feature present online. You just have to click on it and click on connect. It will give you a URL which you can share with anyone. They should have an live account to access your presentation. If you want them to download your presentation afterwards, you can enable and check this option. Hit on connect and share the URL so they can view your presentation online while you are presenting. last feature in PowerPoint, and that is very important, which I want to discuss, is the presenter view. If you press Alt F5, then you will enter into presenter view. The neat thing about presenter view is that only I can see entire slides, their notes, and some other features in it. But the others, the audience won't be able to see it. So if I want to remember certain notes while I'm speaking, I want a PowerPoint to remind me that, okay, I need to speak this. Okay, I need to cover this in my slide. So I can just add it to my notes and go to presenter view. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how a presenter view looks like. So this is how a presenter view looks. Up here, a timer will come as soon as you start presenter view, showing how much time you have taken from the beginning in presenting. If it's bothering you, you can just hit this pause button that will stop the time. If you want your timer to start from the beginning once again, you can use this option, which will restart the timer. This will display the current time. This will show you the next slide. Over here are various features which you can use in presenter view. Clicking on this pen looking like icon, you can see a laser pointer, a pen, and a highlighter. So right now, what I'm using is a laser pointer. This is a pen using which I can highlight. This is a highlighter. And as the name suggests, I can highlight things using this. This over here can be used to display my entire slides and sections. This is a magnifier. So when I click it, I'll be able to zoom into particular area of my slide. So as you can see, I'm using it and I'm zooming it to a particular area in my slide. I'm going to hit it once again to come out of it. If I want my screen to go black, let's suppose I want to talk about something and I want my PowerPoint presentation to go blank for a second or two. I'll just hit this icon over here and my presentation will go blank, and then I can talk about whatever I want and then click on that icon once again to display my slide. Over here are markers displaying the current position of my slide and the number of slides. Over here are notes. Right now, these slides don't have any notes, so it's displaying no notes. If you would have written something in your notes, then it would have appeared over here. If you are not able to see your notes, then you can use this text over here, this icon over here, looking like a A to the left. If you click on it, it will make its size bigger. It will make its font size big. So you can increase the font size till you feel comfortable reading the text. In order to end your slideshow, you can either click over here, End Slideshow, or on this three dotted circle, click on this and select End Show. Don't end your slideshow in presenter view by using escape key. The reason is if you hit escape, then sometimes the reason is if you hit escape, then sometimes it won't display correctly. It would extend the monitor and not display the correct slide. So you can use at that point in time Windows key and P to duplicate your monitor. So that's pretty much about PowerPoint. I hope you enjoyed our session. If you liked it, you can email us to this mail. Thank you.